Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though, big dog. Tap in with the tap in and make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. Man at the Garden Freestyle. Please don't touch my I Got a Body on it. Fairy Tales. Won't forget Boogeyman. That's all out now. Get into that if you ain't got into that. And we need you to get into the richtraphouse.com. That's the merch store. We are still looking for correspondents, man. We need 3 good correspondents for TNN Trap News Network. This is a paid position. So hit me up in my DM on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, Trap News Network, for more information. We would love to get with you. Like, comment, subscribe, man. If you want to get into this Trap News Network media space, hit me up, man. We love to see what you about. Let's jump into this, though. They saying that Officer Wack 100 likes to bride and groom. Follow me on this. They said that he likes to bride and groom. There were a whole bunch of little girls. You know what I'm saying? So they said he likes to bride and groom, and there were a whole bunch of little girls. So this is crazy because Sharice Mills has already made a comment about how Rat Run Hunter likes to say things about like a 7-year-old is going to be thick when she grows up or something like that. Sharice Mills said that he said. For those of y'all who don't know, that's Sharice Mills. That's Loose Cannon's girlfriend, baby mama that pretends to be the wife. She said but she said that she got all this information from R&B. Now, we finna slide over to that girl, Henny. Shout out to her. And this is the part where R&B is saying this. For those of y'all who don't know, R&B is the girl who Wack lost his wife to because he was cheating on her with this random ass girl on Clubhouse and lost his wife. So now he's with R&B. She's a girl who has the big old Wack 100 thing tattooed on her back. Let's get into this.
I'm just like, where did this lady come from? She on your life, G.
Shout out to Henny over there.
Yo, what's poppin', Henny gang. It's your girl Henny, and I'm back pouring up the hot Henny at the bar. So your girl decided to open up a bar in the Clubhouse streets, and we had some surprise guests stop by and pour up some Henny of their own. Don't worry, we have all the Henny they spilled. But in this video, Danny from District 13 on Clubhouse and an ex-100 ENT member poured up on allegations shared with her about Ty accusing Wack 100 of attempting to groom her 8-year-old daughter. Now, this is alleged, but grab your glasses and let's pour up on this hot Henny.
Okay, so pretty much what ended up happening with that situation was there was a situation that happened on the floor between...
Hey, before y'all get into this, man, make sure y'all show some love to that girl, Henny. Give her a like, give her a comment, give her a subscribe. I just did.
Ty and Indigo. Indigo, out of nowhere, started attacking her and mentioning photos that she sent to Wack, different things that only a person who was in the, knew about the situation would know. So she got very paranoid because Indigo was packing her, and she's like, how does she know this information? So she calls me, and she's like, Danny, I think Wack's trying to set me up. I don't know what to do. But I'm like, why would you think he's trying to set you up? She's like, because Indigo's attacked me out of nowhere, and only he would know about those pictures. So I pretty much told her, baby girl, hate to break it to you, everybody know about the pictures. So that she gets to panicking because she's, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to let her know, like, it's not what you think it is. To me, I told her, it looks like it's a female situation. I'm like, why would Wack have Indigo come at you about something you sent him? Like, it just wasn't adding up. Long story short, later in the day, me and her have another conversation. Because I pretty much tell her, relax, stop being so paranoid. Probably 9 out of 10, you and R&B.
And this, again, keep in mind, Wack's going through a public divorce. Hey, Jason, I'm giving out donations. I don't know what you're talking about. Wack is going through a divorce right now. So all this is while he's married. All this can be used against him in court while he's going through family court. His wife is finna get everything, bro. Easy to prove this infidelity. State of California, he's done.
You know you guys have an issue because she wasn't aware that you slept with her dude because they were together at the time. And this is all just now, like, becoming a thing, like, hitting the floor. So later on that day, it was around, like, 6, I would say, she calls me and she's like, Danny, I have something to tell you, but I don't really want to tell you because I don't want you to judge me.
Now look at Danny telling the world.
Now, at this point, I already know or have an idea what she's about to say. Why? Because I had already heard it. So I'm just waiting for her to get to it. So I'm just trying to make her feel kind of comfortable. Like, whatever it is, like, I'm going to be okay about it. Just let me know. Because she sounded real stressed. So she just pretty much was like, you got to promise me you ain't going to look at me no different. And I'm just like, whatever. Like, you know, you say whatever to get the person to say whatever they got to say. So she pretty much was like, there was a situation, because she had already told me that, you know, they was doing the FaceTime calls, all that shit. So I was already aware. She's like, you know how I already told you that I slept with him, we met up, went
Jason, I've been doing this shit, nigga. I'm ready.
to the hotel, whatever, boom, we fucked. She's like, you already know I told you about the FaceTime calls and all that stuff, like what he has on me as far as the pictures I've sent him and all that type of shit. So I'm like, yeah, I already know. So she's like, yeah. So on one of those calls recently, he pretty much told me that I was going to be a sister wife in the Congo, that I should leave my husband, because she was contemplating leaving her. This wasn't the first time she mentioned leaving her husband. Keep this in mind. He was trying to sell her dreams throughout, like, the whole length of her time being on that floor. And throughout that time,
this nigga Wack was finna take her to Africa. Bro, what was you finna do with that girl in the Congo?
I would tell her, don't leave your husband. He's not taking you serious. Like, come on, he's not going to give you anything. But further down the line, now the Congo stuff comes up. So she's really...
Oh, yeah, because that's when you was pretending to have that deal with Incredible Diapers. Got it. That's right.
Buying into the fact that he may take care of her and have her staying in Congo. And then he was kind of lining it up, too, because he would make announcements on the floor. We're going to take certain people here, and this position is going to open up. People could do, like, I'm going to have someone over warehouse inventory, shit like that. Whatever. But he was telling her privately she would be one of the people going. So she could be a sister wife, and they could start whatever they're going to start out there. I'm assuming he told this to multiple women, whatever. But long story short, she actually believed it. So I'm telling her, don't fall for the okie doke. So she's just like, well,
that girl's finna get put in an Incredible Diaper sweatshop.
I don't know. I kind of like him or whatever. She, you know, was kind of being stupid about it. She just pretty much said that while they were talking about her going over to Congo, what she would need and everything, she said he pretty much told her he would have to make a sacrifice. Well, she would have to make a sacrifice. So when she said that, I'm like, what the hell you mean a sacrifice? Like, what kind of shit y'all on? She's like, Danny, a sacrifice. So I'm thinking some Illuminati weirdo shit. I'm like, who the fuck you got to kill to get on? But she said the sacrifice that he asked for was one of her daughters.
Whoa.
So keep in mind, she has a daughter in college that she's mentioned to me before. I'm thinking he's talking about the curly head older one. She says, so when I'm talking about that, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like,
so Wack is telling this woman that for her to become a sister wife in the Congo, keep in mind, in the Congo, while he's overall living in R&B's one-bedroom apartment, for her to be a sister wife in the Congo, she has to sacrifice one of her daughters. Well, she has a college daughter. Let's see what happens next. Because somehow I don't think that's the one that Freaky Deaky wants.
She should be dating people, like, why would you be comfortable with her fucking with a nigga you talking to or whatever? She's like, no, Danny, not her. Now, the only other daughter I knew her to have was the youngest. So when she said not her, you could only be talking about one other. So I said no, like my whole everything just shifted. Because I'm like, you're not talking about the only other daughter I know you to have.
Now, keep in mind, Sharice Mills has been saying all week that when R&B had a conversation with her, R&B is the girl who Wack cheated on his wife, you know, with Clubhouse and all that kind of stuff. R&B said that when they're having adult moments, he likes to say things about little girls. That's what Sharice said that R&B said. We don't know here at TNN Trap News Network. This is all alleged. But either way it go, this is disgusting work.
She's like, yes. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you got going on? She's like, I didn't tell him yes. She's like, I just didn't say anything. So I'm like, tell me the story. What's going on? So she pretty much says, while they're on the FaceTime call, I can't remember if it was a FaceTime or a phone call, but whatever which way, it was some type of call. She said they were on the call, and while he's saying you got to make a sacrifice and it's going to be your daughter, she's
now keep in mind the next audio I'm gonna drop is R&B saying the same thing. R&B is the woman who, you know, be whoopty bamming with Wack. That's the one who was on the Adam and Wack show. That's the one who we all be making fun of, saying that R&B, Adam and Lena was doing plug talk with R&B. So that's hers. We're gonna get her saying it next, but let's keep this going.
Says that the plan was for him to take her and the kid to Disney. Her words were that he wanted to groom her, and how he was going to do so was by having her sleep in the same bed as them two. By him being there, sleeping in the bed, her watching him take care of her and doing all these nice things or whatever, over time, she would grow to be used to that. So that way, when he pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, this isn't verbatim, but she would pretty much, like, when he makes a move, like, she would be more comfortable with it because she would see nothing wrong with being in the bed with him. So I'm like, and bitch, what did you say? Again, she's
the fact that you even entertained this conversation this long, man, somebody needs to come get their stupid baby mama.
Says, I didn't say anything. I kind of went along with it because I was scared, because he knows the situation with my husband. He has everything over me or whatever. So I'm like, bitch, you ain't got no choice. But
your child is in danger. Forget your relationship with your husband. You about to you finna sell your baby to a diaper salesman in the Congo. How does that even sound?
Get out. No matter what you do, you got to get the fuck away from him and away from this app, because it's just going to get worse. So she's like, I just don't know what to do, because if I leave the situation alone, he's probably going to...
Now you want to blame the app. You're the idiot. The app has nothing to do with your poor decision making as a mother.
Try to inform my husband. Like, it's just too much. And I think she was really terrified of that. Like, the fact that he might say something to the husband, or like, yo, this is what she's doing out here or whatever. So I pretty much told her, leave completely. But as I'm telling her this, I get the vibe she's not trying to leave for real, because she's trying to find every way around doing what I'm telling her to do. I'm like, get your number, delete the app, and just let it be what it's going to be. So, my bad, my phone's ringing. Y'all can still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, I bet I had got an incoming call, so give me a second. So, pretty much at that point, what ended up happening?
Wait, there was more content on this? What the hell? There's a treasure trove of this man playing at the Barbie Dream House? Wow.
So she tells me
but here go the thing. It's not somebody taking advantage of a struggling mother, because she keeps talking about how she has a husband. No, she's not a victim. She's not a struggling mother. She's an idiot. She's a bad mom. She's a bad mom. She's a bad mom. She's not a struggling mother. She's not a damsel in distress. She's a bad mom, bro. She got a whole husband. How are you even in this situation?
This shit. And where are we at in this story? Damn, I got distracted. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna just continue from what I remember. So from that point on, around 8 o'clock kind of comes around, and I remember it was the Love and R&B room. So hold on, my phone keeps going off, but it was the Love and R&B room, and we get in there, and Wack pretty much
ready, set, go. You know what? Let's take into account nobody's seen this. Let's take into account. Let's just hypothetical real quick. I'm over here knocking this phone down. Don't worry about me. Minding my business. Let's just say nobody's seen this. Let's just say hypothetically, nobody's seen this. We all know for a fact, based off how niggas copy my literal content, my literal thumbnails, my literal lingo, my literal platforming of doing the lives and blah, 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 blah. I can keep going. We know for a fact. We're all seeing it now. So we should all be, the YouTube street should be on fire this time tomorrow with everybody running this story, especially the part about the next video of R&B saying it. Right? Okay. Let's just say nobody's saying it. Nobody's saying it. Cool. I'm the first one to put it out. Cool. I give you guys breaking news all the time. I'm always first with stories. That's nothing new. It's not even incredible anymore. No Nick Cannon, no diapers, no Congo trip with a little, never mind. I'm not going to touch that. But this, we can all agree We can all agree, because everybody in our space watches my content, whether they want to admit it or not. This should be on fire in these YouTube streets tomorrow, right? Cool. Don't worry about it. I got y'all.
Much makes an announcement to Ty that he needs to put something on the floor and get something clear with her. He asks her, did me and you ever sleep together? When she says no, I already knew at that point he already got to her and where this is going. So he pretty much tries to set it up to where it's like, well, why would you say we slept together then if we never slept together? So then she says, because I was laying a trap to see if who I told this to would come back and say something to you. So I'm already knowing what she's telling me is to be true, but I'm based off of what she's saying, obviously she's lying now. So I'm like, he's telling you to say these things and you're going along with it. So he pretty much says, well, who's the one person on the floor you told this to? She says me. When she says me, I'm like, fuck. Like, I would have never told him that you gave me any of this information. So in a nutshell, from that storyline, she ends up like, I think her and RB got into it, or he ends up going up on her, whatever the case may be. But that's how she ended up getting off the app. And that, to me, that worked because it was just like, well, stay off. You need to get off anyway. So that was kind of like her escape route, kind of sort of ish. Now, after that situation played out, around 4 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning my time. So when I get this phone call, waking me up out of my sleep, I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's Wack calling me. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on? He's calling me, asking me a whole bunch of questions about Ty. So I'm like, I know you're not serious. I know you're not playing with me 4 o'clock in the morning about Ty right now. Like, but it was already still on my mind about what she had told me earlier that day. So while I'm on the phone with him, I say to him, yo, I can't even hold you right now. I heard some shit and that shit fucking with me. Ty said, you know, you pushed up on her about her daughter. So it kind of was weird to me because he didn't even ask.
Muddy Waters. We've already acknowledged the fact. Muddy Waters, is you a hoe? Muddy Waters, is you a hoe? Because we've already acknowledged the fact that this is old. We want to know why ain't nobody spoke about it, because we already acknowledged that it's damn near a year old. So maybe you just missed it. Sorry. No, is you a hoe? I'm going to put you on timeout for 5 minutes until I figure it out. I'm going to put you on timeout for 5 minutes while we figure it out. I'm not sure. I think you might have been a hoe.
Ask any questions. Like, I told him what was said. Like,
it's always one.
Asking, like, is this true or not? But his response to me was, the bitch is crazy. It was never anything direct. You know, like when someone hears some shit like that, like, what do you mean? Or where is this coming from? It was none of that. It was, the bitch is crazy. It was like he was already prepared for how to deal with this, because immediately he sends me screenshots of their text messages from like months ago. I think I still have the screenshots to this day. But he sent me screenshots saying, look at these text messages, Danny. I'm reading the text messages, and I'm not going to lie, the text messages did sound kind of crazy. So I'm like, but he didn't know how I knew or whatever. So I'm just like, I know what she's telling me was the truth. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you're already prepping me to try to believe she's crazy and discredit it. But I'm like, if she was so crazy, what was you doing fucking her? Like, if she's so mentally ill and schizophrenic the way you're saying, you had no business laying with her to begin with, right? So fast forward. So this shit's weighing heavy on my mind. I did what I had to do with the situation, obviously. There's a child involved. So once I did my part, I got off the app. I waited a day, and then I pretty much told him, like, look, I ain't going to be here. I got work. You won't see me again. So I left the app. Because obviously, if you just say you're going, he tries to find a way to fuck with you and make it a narrative and all types of shit. So I was like, I don't even need this right now. So I just get off the app. While I'm off the app, I talk to a guy I know. And this situation, I believe, happened around February. Around March, like I would say sometime mid or late February, because I remember around March, that's when I'm talking to my friend and I'm telling him the situation. I'm like, this shit fucking with me. Like, I don't know how to handle it. I don't know what to do with it. The only thing I do know is when you hear something regarding the child line. But because this is the internet, because this is so many different things, I'm like, I don't know how to work this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I'm in this state, this is this state, I don't know who's who, I don't know how they will be able to prove it, like anything like that. So I'm chopping it up with him, and he pretty much says, like, do you have proof? And that's how this whole kind of thing starts. He's like, do you have proof? So I tell him what proof I do have at that moment, right? And then he's like, cover your ass. So then I'm like, okay. So I would say some months went by, and different people from the floor was hitting me up, like, Danny, come back, you know, whatever, like, this shit's dry, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. I went back in, got certain clips that I needed, certain text messages, certain conversations to validate what was going on and everything like that, put my shit together. And then that's how come, like, some people are wondering, like, that last straw with me and Wack. Obviously, if I would have just stayed silent, I could have stayed over there. Like, no shit. Like, it would have never went anywhere. But I was looking for a reason to get off. That's why I came off the mic with the pussy shit. Like, just hurry up and drop me and get me out of here type shit. Because I was like, my plan was never to stay over here. But neither here nor there. I talked to a few people and like to put different things together to see what could be done. And all I could tell y'all is I did my part in this situation. Now, after this situation, she's texted me. And when she texted me, trying to clear her name in a sense, but making it clear that she kind of texted me like backhandedly, like where she's saying it happened, but she's trying to take away her involvement in it. So I knew where she was at with it. Like, I don't know whether he told her to say that or not. I honestly don't believe he did. I think that was purely like, you know, a selfish motive. Because if someone, as a woman, you're trying to protect your child or whatever, you're not too worried about you in the situation. And everything she was texting me was as if she's trying to screenshot it for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, if you and someone had a conversation, if I tell you something happened, and then later on that day, I'm texting you saying, I never said this, you're going to know clear as day, like, you're using this thread for something. Because you know for a fact that happened. So when she started doing that, then I'm like, it's crazy because I really believe you were like a victim in the situation a little bit. Not fully, but somewhat, because she had that element of saying she felt like she was going to be blackmailed. I knew what pictures were circulating around about her with the butt plug and shit like that. You know what I mean? So
Who had a
I
butt
knew.
plug?
She a freak. Butt plug. I almost choked on my foot. She a freak. Butt plug is crazy. Especially if it light up and glow in the dark.
Oh
He
my
had
God.
a butt plug?
No. Her. No.
Oh, okay.
So
Bro, you weird. He had a butt plug in. That's where your mind went to? Yo, niggas is weird, bro. That's what I mean when I say these niggas be having freaky desires. What? It's two females talking, and the conversation of a butt plug come up. You go take it to a dude? Something wrong with you niggas, bro. Niggas tripping.
with that,
I mean,
I've heard that pretty much like, you know, when, right, but, you know, being on that side, you hear the threats he makes towards women, you know, all that type of shit. I mean, she had a husband who she shared with me was abusive. So I'm just like, I know that nigga finna kill you. Like, even a nigga who's not abusive, they hear you was willing, like, even the conversation alone should have never happened. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, whether you was fearful or not, a mother, as soon as he mentioned your child, would have hung up the phone. It would have never, you would have been able to hear what he had planned to do to your child, because you would have never continued the conversation to figure that out.
Facts.
So now how she's typing and texting, I'm looking back and I'm just like, bitch, you worried about you and your involvement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to save your face, and that don't sit too well with me. Like, I would respect it a whole lot if you say, yo, Danny, this situation is gonna fuck up my house right now, or it's getting around, and you know what I'm saying, this and that.
But I say this too. I don't know who this Danny girl is, and nothing against you, but this is what I mean when I say she on her high horse. Hell yeah, send me that. Send it. Send it. Yup. Let me get that audio. Send it. Are we tripping tonight? Are we tripping tonight? I feel like tripping tonight. I feel like tripping tonight. Surviving Wack 100, the lifetime story. Um, check your text, girlfriend. What was I finna say? Damn it. Oh, the girl Danny. This is what I would have respected you at more. Blah blah. Who are you? Who what is even that? Like who are even you? What you like? Look, we appreciate you for yeah, cheating with a chomo while you got a husband as well. Um, we appreciate you for giving us news you can use now you can't get nobody's college, but you acting a little bit too entitled. I would have respected you more if you just would have blah blah blah. Who are even you? And this is what I will say. This is what I will say. Everybody that was once cool with Wack and then is now not is because you wanted him to do something for you, he wouldn't do it, then y'all all fall off with him. I never respect nobody who was ever cool with that weirdo.
That's going on. I would have respected it.
It's a part of myself that I don't like for those 2 weeks when I let AD convince me to be cool with him. I don't even like that part of myself. Honestly. You feel me?
And I would have pulled back because, like I said, it was already handled on my end. So all this internet shit don't mean shit to me. You get what I mean? Like us sitting here talking about on the floor, like that's not going to do anything. That's not going to solve anything. So out of respect for that, I would have kicked back. But you're texting me either A, like you're protecting him, or B, like you're protecting you. And that don't sit too well with me when, bitch, you're the reason I even know about it. You know what I mean? You told me this shit. You brought this shit to me. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what that situation is.
But see, that's what I'm saying. She brought the situation out. Nobody else brought it out. It's not like he brought it out for play or he brought it out for content or any of that. She brought it out. And now she brought it out and went silent after talking to you behind the scenes and talking about it on the internet. Like you talked about it on the internet. There are pages on YouTube that do have it up. They have your voice. It's already there. Now you need to explain yourself because I'm sorry. I'm a mother. I have 3 daughters. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world. I'm going to sit back and allow somebody to even say something remotely out of line about my kids, about my daughters. And that's going to sit with me. Like, that's not going to sit well with me. She going to have to take her consequences of that. Like, in life, there's consequences to every action.
Yeah, but Danny only brought it to light because her and Wack fell out. So, yeah, thank you for bringing it to light, but you still a snake, too.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Do you know what I would have done to him?
All right, so now let's get into the one of R&B. Now, this one is the one of R&B saying the same thing. So that's the girl Danny saying it. This one is R&B. R&B saying Wack is on some freaky talk.
Hey, girl, hey, do you know who she is? She on your life, G.
Shout out to Henny over there.
What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? Henny gang, 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 gang. If you're new to the channel, please. I don't know if you remember, but, and I wish I could share my screen, but I can't. I brought you a video of Danny from the 13th district, or District 13, rather, when she popped in at the bar over in them clubhouse streets. It was the premiere of our first bar, and she came over and blessed the room with the story of Wack 100 and the 8-year-old that he was allegedly attempting to groom. Now, I have to say allegedly for the channel, but this right here is getting weird, okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Stop being goofy. I done had some Starbucks coffee. This is my second cup, and it is a venti, so this is my second large cup of coffee because I was sleepy. Anywho, so when we had our first premiere of our clubhouse room over in those clubhouse streets, we had, she said, sing some more. Allegedly, or apparently, I can't even say allegedly because it's R&B's voice. R&B was aware of this. But R&B got a slightly different version of the story, and of course she would, because Wack told her the story. But Ty told Danny her version of the story. So I'm going to remind y'all of what Danny said in our first Clubhouse room about this, and then we're going to get into what was said today. Now, this is going to be a completely audio live. There is no video that I can play right now, or the video caught up on allegations shared with her about Ty accusing Wack 100 of attempting to groom her 8-year-old daughter. Before we go any further, can you guys hear the audio okay? Is it too loud? Is it just right? Y'all choose in the chat if it needs to come. Your glasses, and let's pour up on this hot Henny.
Okay, so look, pretty much what ended up happening with that situation was there was a situation that happened on the floor between Ty and Indigo. Indigo out of nowhere started attacking her and mentioning photos that she sent to Wack, different things that only a person who...
Keep in mind, Wack was with R&B this whole time, but really ultimately still married to his wife, but don't worry about it.
...was in the, knew about the situation would know. So
now, if you're not privy to who Indigo is, Indigo was over there on the 100's side with Wack. And Danny is telling a story about how Ty, who is the mother of the 8-year-old girl, got into it with Indigo, and Indigo was threatening to put some pictures out there. And basically, that's what led Ty to start dropping the information about Wack attempting to groom her daughter, allegedly.
She got very paranoid because Indigo was packing her, and she's like, how does she know this information? So she calls me, and she's like, Danny, I think Wack's trying to set me up. I don't know what to do. But I'm like, why would you think he's trying to set you up? She's like, because Indigo's attacked me out of nowhere, and only he would know about those pictures. So I pretty much told her, baby girl, hate to break it to you, everybody know about the pictures. So that she gets to panicking because she's, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to let her know, like, it's not what you think it is. To me, I told her, it looks like it's a female situation. I'm like, why would Wack have Indigo come at you that you slept with her dude because they were together at the time?
So she's thinking, Danny is thinking that this is some news or some intimate photos, because if you missed that audio, baby, Smoked Out TV got it over there on his channel, but then I got to bring some of that over here to y'all so y'all can sip the hot Henny, because I didn't have the replays on that room because I was new and didn't know about them. But there was a lot that was exposed about FaceTime, actual encounters, and how they got to stand naked and face corners. And it was a whole bunch of stuff. But
Wack had the Clubhouse girls stand in the corners naked? Wow.
This is what Danny is explaining to us, that Ty thought that it was Danny thought that Ty was speaking about explicit photos of her.
Members only. I have no idea who any of these people are, bro. Like I'm not that deep into the Clubhouse streets. Okay, so everybody knows about this Clubhouse code except me. I have no idea what these people are talking about.
But Ty was talking about photos about her daughter. Get them likes up, y'all. Share it out.
And this is all just now like becoming a thing, like hitting the floor. So later on that day, it was around like 6, I would say, she calls me and she's like, Danny, I have something to tell you, but I don't really want to tell you because I don't want you to judge me. Now, at this point, I already know or have an idea what she's about to say. Why? Because I had already heard it. So I'm just waiting for her to get to it. So I'm just trying to make her feel kind of comfortable, like whatever it is, like I'm going to be okay about it. Just let me know. Because she sounded real stressed. So she just pretty much was like, you got to promise me you ain't going to look at me no different. And I'm just like, whatever, like, you know.
So is this R&B? Okay, so all right, who's my, all right, look, I need a resident clubhouser. You feel me? I need a resident clubhouser. Members only, I'm looking at you, bro. This might be members only. You might be on your way to earn a mile, bro. We gonna see what you got. Are you experiencing these clubhouse streets? Because I need you to tell me who's talking. Is that Danny talking or is that R&B? Because I don't know the difference. I need to know. So this is the one where this is the one where Danny drops the audio of R&B speaking to CS2 back about the girl. Okay, Danny drops the audio of R&B speaking on CS2 back an 8-year-old girl. Okay, so this is Danny talking. This dude, yo, this is the craziest name. Wack 100. That's hilarious. Fast forward it. I don't know. Java, don't tell me what to do. Sit on timeout. I don't like that. Don't come here and tell me what to do on my page. 5 minutes. Take a timeout. Think about your decision making. Think about your decision making. All right, all my clubhousers, y'all gonna guide me on this, bro. Look, clubhousers, I'm throwing y'all the keys. I'm riding with y'all.
Well, you say whatever to get the person to say whatever.
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't come here telling me what to do. I got control issues. That's why I run my own page, and that's why you never see me in nobody else's chat but ODM Slim. You feel me? I don't be in nobody else's chat because I can't control it. I got control issues. So don't come over here trying to control what I'm controlling. I don't like that. I don't like that. Take your 5 minutes and come back with a new attitude.
Whatever they got to say. So she pretty much was like, there was a situation, because she had already told me that, you know, there was
IBM 205KK. Send me that original audio.
On the FaceTime calls, all that shit. So I was already aware. She's like, you know how I already told you that I slept with him, we met up, went to the hotel, whatever, boom, we fucked. She's like, you already know I told you about the FaceTime calls and all that stuff, like what he has on me as far as the pictures I've sent him and all that type of shit. So I'm like, yeah, I already know. So she's like, yeah. So on one of those calls recently, he pretty much told me that I was going to be a sister wife in the Congo, that I should leave my husband.
Okay, so I did hear all this already.
Shit y'all on. Story, what's going on? So she pretty much says, while they're on the FaceTime call, I can't remember if it was a FaceTime or a phone call.
I did hear all this already.
Apparently, what she was just willing to do on her own for this alleged.
Yeah, this is y'all about to hear R&B talking about this. Like, I'm not making this up, bro. I'm over here smoking tree with y'all. Can't make this up. I got my girl on FaceTime. She talking. My son put a SpongeBob stick on it. Baby on FaceTime. She's sitting right here. She listening because it's like a soap opera for her. We texting. I'm blowing tree, hanging out with the homies. This is not made up. This is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm blocked on Flacco's page. So I can't put it up. D. Laura, you can send it to me or screen record and send it to my Instagram. I appreciate it.
Spot in the Congo. Now, if you don't know, Wack has been promising people jobs in the Congo with incredible diapers. So he's been selling these dreams for a minute to the people of the 100 side, okay? And now these girls who he has either had sexual encounters with or he has shown sexual interest in are all being promised this, to my understanding, okay? Now, what I'm going to play for you is the conversation that Danny played in District 13 today between...
Hey, so members only, send me that content of Wack admitting everything but the kid stuff.
She and R&B, Wack's current girlfriend. Child, this is a trigger warning all the way around the board. Y'all ready? Let's get into this content.
Go ahead. But either which way, I'm like, dude, either which way, because how you gonna say that and you a whole mother too?
Is that R&B talking?
That was the only thing that saved her from me cussing her ass out at the time. But when she tried to put the shit on you, she tried to say, oh, it was R&B's idea. And then
So this is Danny that's speaking right now that's saying that Ty told her it was all R&B's idea.
That's R&B. I know that voice. That's R&B. That's R&B. I know that voice.
So this is
I know that voice. That's R&B. I know that voice.
Danny that's speaking right now that's saying that Ty told her it was all R&B's idea.
You hear me? Bitch, I already knew. But she had already told me they had a conversation before they even put you in on it. Right. You called me laughing because he was like, baby, you're not gonna believe this shit. This shit is crazy. That's what he said. I was like, what happened? He said, put you in on it. Right. They had a conversation. He called me laughing because he was like, "Baby, you're not gonna believe this shit. This shit is crazy." That's what he said. I was like, "What happened?" He said, "This bitch said she gonna sacrifice her daughter." So when she said that, I was like, "How old is she?" I don't even think she told me how old the girl was.
Now this is R&B talking, and she's saying that Wack called her laughing, saying, "You ain't gonna believe this. This girl gonna sacrifice her daughter."
Yo.
Like, what are we talking about here?
I literally couldn't believe it. And I told your ass. Yep. You was the first person. So it was my idea. Bitch, I'm not in the place with no kids like that. I'm already knowing. That's why I said it was some shit they had already talked about. Yeah, that's disgusting. She had so much hate for you at the time. She just, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you're trying to lessen up the harm it caused, like your part and involvement in it. I'm like, bitch, we ain't sweating. You was going to give your daughter up for that spot in Congo that you thought you was finna have. Right. Let the nigga G you. We played you. Because I'm still waiting on my spot, ho. I'm still waiting on all these promises he promised me, bitch. So good luck with that.
So there you have R&B. Hold on, let me send somebody my email address real quick because I'm about to get this content, y'all. Don't trip. Don't trip. So there you have R&B laughing and saying she ready to Illuminati her daughter. Meanwhile, she willing to Illuminati her daughter. Meanwhile, he been making R&B broken promises since day one. Damn. The trail of broken promises is crazy. Damn. What's this? I wonder what these texts are. That's wild.
I told that nigga today, I said, baby, listen. I'm not gonna feel every time you want to mention this bitch. Listen, go spend as much time you need to spend with her.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, so
Hold on, guys.
We holding. This is wild.
Don't leave. The evil leprechaun troll is in the building. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to do a pop. But yeah, this is some sick-ish that's going on right now. Okay? Regardless to how you try to spin it, regardless to what anybody says and tries to flip it like, oh, well, you know, this, and that, this, and that. As a woman, how could you stand there and listen to your man even talk to you about a situation like this? How could you even condone?
How is nobody talking about this? What's up with y'all, Unc? What's up? Flacco. What's up with your homie?
This type of behavior. I could never. But let's go ahead. Let's get back into this content.
hold on, I gotta mute the audio real quick. So let's just be clear. I told y'all when I told the story why I believe Ty when she told me. Wack thought that I only heard the story from Ty. So he thought when he sent me screenshots telling me the bitch is crazy, don't believe shit she said about the 8-year-old, his dumbass didn't know R&B had already told me. These are two women who don't talk and hate each other because they sleeping with the same man. But they both got one story in common. This damn 8-year-old.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? R&B and Ty do not get along with each other. And they were not getting along with each other because they were both sleeping with Wack at the time. So for R&B to have a story about an 8-year-old girl and Ty, and for Ty to be talking about her 8-year-old daughter, and it all connects to Wack. Come on, ladies. Y'all know how it goes. When somebody's sleeping with your man, you ain't friendly with them. Y'all are not friends. This is R&B talking with Danny. Danny is playing audio of her conversation with R&B about the 8-year-old and what Wack told her. Wack, of course, went back to R&B and told her the story as if Ty did this all on her own. Ty is saying Wack brought this to her. But either way, here are two women that do not get along with each other because of this one man telling the same story. Come on, man. This is some real sick ish right here. Let's go.
I'm not sitting here making shit up. Both of these women came to me about this story. Ty was comfortable telling me about it because I told her, whatever you think you're trying not to tell me right now, I'm sure I already know about it. She beat it around the bush, but eventually she got comfortable enough to tell me. That's why it didn't take me by surprise, because I already had the information. So what took place that day on that phone call was Wack and Ty was having their conversation, like I told you guys. But what Wack did was he calls R&B on a three-way. When R&B gets on that call, she finds out that they're discussing the daughter. She don't know how old the daughter is. Not until further in the conversation. Further in the conversation, once they get to that part, she hangs up and calls me directly. Bitch, you ain't gonna believe this shit. I say, what happened? She tell me what happened. Less than a week later is when Ty calls me after the Indigo situation and tells me her side of the story. So I don't care about this back and forth, this trivial shit when it comes to this, but that's why I waited for the content, because I have a real relationship with certain people.
So the reason why Danny came out and
Smurf, what's up, fool?
decided to drop the audio with R&B telling her about the conversation she had with Wack about Ty and this 8-year-old girl is because people were out here in these streets saying that this was just a play that was being run. And we all know that Wack is good for running plays. And because a lot of the District 13, matter of fact, all of the District 13 members, as far as I know, come from the 100 side, and they don't mess with Wack anymore. So people are saying, oh, they were just running a play. So Danny decided
Who runs a play like that involving a little girl? Who even plays like that?
dropping the content, and she's showing that R&B had a conversation about this. So when she says that when Ty was speaking to her and she told her, oh, go ahead, I probably already know about it. She did already know about it because she found out the same night that the conversation happened between Wack and Ty on the phone, because Wack placed R&B on a three-way call and listening to the conversation and hung up and called Danny immediately. Let's listen.
And I didn't want to throw nobody under the bus. But that's the real of the situation.
So I forgot to mention this part too. She's also explaining why she didn't drop this is because she's cool with R&B. And she didn't want to throw her under the bus. But now that people are starting to come for her and come for her credibility and saying that this story was a play, she said, F it, I'm going to drop this content and let the chips fall where they may.
I told y'all it was deeper than y'all thought or knew.
Justin, can we play it one more time for the people who just showed up? A lot of people just popped in. Just one more time.
We're gonna be running this all day. Yeah, I contemplating whatever.
If I was Funk Flex, I would drop 1,000 bombs right now. 1,000 of them shit. Almost like Baghdad is bomb this shit. There you go. There you go. New York City, stand up.
Okay, that's them with all that noise. Hold on. All right, y'all.
Sorry.
What kind of conversation? You know, I think the basketball was that. He told us a lot. Right. What kind of conversation you and her had to make her say she was satisfied to the door? Right. You told her some petty shit. You know what I'm saying? But for her to say something like that, you don't say nothing like that to a man. Y'all like that conversation. Right.
So R&B is very low in this portion of the video. But what she's saying is she asked Wack, what kind of conversation did you guys have in order for her to feel comfortable like that and say something like that to you? Because there had to be some kind of conversation that had to be in order for her to feel comfortable enough to say something like that.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. And the fact that R&B still with him here is almost a year later and she's still around. Crazy. 205 KK, IBM 205 KK. Check your DM.
So now she's questioning that, but it's too late.
The fact that R&B still around is wild. You feel me?
The damage is already done. Like, you've already had the conversation. This whole attempted thing to groom that daughter was already out in the open. Like, there's no justification for that at all.
But that's why I said I already peeped game, because she tried to say her words was R&B was R&B's idea. She said she want my daughter to be sacrificed. You got to make a sacrifice for the queen. But I can't tell her I already know from you. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it like that. Now, because if I would have told her like that, she gonna be like, well, bitch, what conversation you have with R&B?
So what R&B said to her was, you could have told her, B, you lying, because I already heard from R&B, and R&B wouldn't do nothing like that. So now Danny's saying that she couldn't say nothing like that because then the girl is going to question her what kind of conversation she having with R&B.
So I was trying to keep everything outside of that. Yeah, her ain't never had no conversation. That nigga literally called me last. Talking about, listen to this. Because you know, I always set his ass up. He would never tell me that he's fucking with these people. We know that. And she only told me that because remember she was paranoid about the whole Indigo shit. She thought he was setting her up when I think we was having a conversation in the morning show or some shit like that. And she was real paranoid and she was like, I gotta tell you something, but the bitch ain't already know. I knew. But I couldn't tell her I knew and how I knew because that's what she gonna ask. But either which way.
Imagine the dirt R&B has on this dude. Imagine the dirt R&B has on this dude. This is crazy.
Like that. Either which way, because how you gonna say that and you a whole mother too? That was the only thing that saved her from me cussing her ass out at the time. But when she tried to put this shit on you, she tried to say, "Oh, it was R&B's idea," and then he said what he was gonna do. Not nothing. You hear me? Not a word. Bitch, I already knew. But she had already told me they had the conversation before they even put you in on it. Right. They had the conversation. You called me laughing because he was like, baby, you're not going to believe this shit. This shit is crazy. That's what he said. I was like, what happened? He said, this bitch said she could have sacrificed her horse. So when she she said that, I was like, how old is she? I don't even think she told me how old the girl was. Because I literally couldn't believe it. And I told your ass.
Yeah.
You was the first person. So if it was my idea, bitch, I'm not gonna play with no kids like that.
I'm already knowing. That's why I said it was some shit they had already talked about.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
But she had so much hate for you at the time. She just, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you're trying to lessen up the harm it caused, like your part and involvement in it. I'm like, bitch, well, you was gonna give your daughter up for that spot in Congo that you thought you was gonna have.
Horrible.
Right.
Trading your daughter for a diaper company, Congo, whatever. Wild.
That's the nigga G you.
I'm still waiting on my spot, ho. I'm still waiting on all these promises he promised me, bitch. So good luck with that.